Assalamu alaikum and good evening to everyone. My name is Tahsin and welcome to the BCL 2026 meet and greet. And today we are meeting the Randwick Raiders. Usually we say we do not need an introduction, but I think they need an introduction. Before I welcome all the guests today, Chinta Kolam should welcome this team. We call them the bad boys, the aggressors. I don't know. Community has a lot of names for them, but the best matches is the champions of the champions. I say the one and only champion of BD community cricket. Bit of a background from the Raiders is when I was looking into it, Jami, oder ajke ekta meet and greet korbo. Let's learn a bit about Raiders. The Raiders team, they were formed in 2000. So this would be their 26th year playing in the BD community cricket. They still have their, when they first started Raiders there, ওই টিমের এখন পর্যন্ত ইমলাক, রেমন, they are still, Naimul, they're still current members and they've been playing cricket for Raiders for 26 years. Nasabai, probably one of the most wicket takers. If we look at these 26 years, he has been one of the greatest left arm spinners in RBD community cricket and for Raiders. Naimul, Raiders has the highest run score by an individual is from Raiders. Naimul, 265 runs in BD Cup tournament. One of the most successful captain, Tanzil, in the current era. And then we've got Adnan Kabir Pappu Bhai, who was the previous captain of Raiders. আমি just বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে there is a lot of achievements you can talk about Raiders. Raiders have won in total of 16 tournaments, 14 BD community cricket tournaments, 2 outside the community tournaments. Raiders have won now consecutively 3 times, 2024, 2025, 2026 BSL champion, undisputed. So among all these, do we always get to say good things about Raiders? No. Since I have been playing in community cricket, everybody has a say about Raiders. Some would say, oh, they're too aggressive in the field. Some would say, oh, they're very rowdy in the field. Some people would say aggressive. They're too aggressive. They অনেক কিছু বলে, সামনে না বললে আমি শুনে আসছি, আমি নিজেও এক সময় বলতাম যে too aggressive, but Raiders backs it up with performance. I had the pleasure of knowing these people on field and off field. On field day ওরা যতটুকু aggressive and competitive, off field day these are the most humble, respectful and fun-loving bunch of boys I've rarely come across. আমি ওদের সাথে এখন অনেক দিন ধরে চিনি। সো আমার একটা কথা আমি রেইডার্সের ব্যাপারে আমি রেসপেক্ট এই কারণে দেই, they just don't talk. Their performance talks, their bat talks, their ball talks, their fielding talks. They are the standard and the benchmark set for all of us in cricket, in BD community. That is the benchmark. So আমি আর ওয়েস্ট না করে আমি ওয়েলকাম করতে চাচ্ছি রেইডার্স এর স্কোয়াডের ক্যাপ্টেন হাস, ইমলাক, রেমন, ভেরি এন্ড শনাক। আসসালামু আলাইকুম সবাইকে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার রেমন. To the show, looking very, very, thank you so much for really getting dressed up to attend the show. Looking
for this occasion.
It looks like you're on a date, man, or carrying on from Valentine's Day.
Just came back from work, guys. Come on.
But thank you so much, everyone. Ami onek happy to welcome you, and I feel proud. First of all, I wanted to congratulate you all for winning the BSL championship. That's not for 1 time. It's not for 2 times. It's 3 consecutive times. And I love what I was saying in the intro is they don't only talk. Yes, they talk a lot. They shout a lot, but they back it up with performance consistently. And the standard you guys have set is an inspiration, and it's also a benchmark where we need to be to become champions. So I've heard people in community saying we want to be like Raiders. It's not we say we want to be like Virat Kohli, or we want to be in Australia, the one of the best team. To set a standard like this and deliver it again and again. I would go to Imlak. Imlak, how is the feeling of it's being a champion, but not hated by a lot, still performing? How do you feel?
No, I think that's a good question, and I think just to highlight what you said, there's a lot of chatter in the background about Raiders, bit of mystery, and back in the days, I think we were pretty exclusive. We wouldn't let a lot of players in, but you can see now a number of players have come and played with us from outside that are probably not in our circle. You talk about Zaid bin Khaled, and a number of players that do come and play with us now. So yeah, it feels amazing, and also to be respected by others, and be seen as that team that sets the benchmark high. And that's why we hold ourselves accountable on the field. If I don't do well, I get the look from Vedi, and I get the look from Ren, Shanak, whoever it is, right? Haas, I didn't bowl well the other day, I know, or drop a catch. So I think it's important we hold each other accountable. We hold each other to a high standard, because that's the only way we're just going to get better. Because right now, if I see the community cricket, teams are just getting better and better. So we have to lift our standards. So yeah, so it's an amazing feeling. But I think what people don't see at the background is we work hard and continue to work hard to be where we are and to win, continue to win and push ourselves.
Absolutely. Cannot disagree with anything you have said, Imzi. Plus, congratulations. I just got to know this is your 26th year. 26th year in community cricket. Well done.
He's very old.
I am. For those who don't know, I'll be hitting 40 this year. So there you go. My age.
Murabbi.
They call me Murabbi.
But still pushing. These 40 years.
That's right.
These 40 years.
Me and Raymond are sitting on the fence here. Let's not talk about age.
You're saying you're still 39. You still have not been 40.
No.
Let's just leave it at that.
Until August. But it's good to see the new generation. Shanak, our new vice captain. Captain, I don't know what's happening with Captain's camera. He's having technology issues.
The funny part is he works for IT. He's struggling with camera.
I know that's I don't know what's going on.
That's something Captain needs to look into. Not ideal, but absolutely. But Raymond bhai, I've played for a few teams. আমি অনেক দিন ধরে খেলতেছি. I had the pleasure, to be honest, to Raiders to play in different comms, right? One thing I have rarely seen in Raiders, যেটা normally হয়, which is not natural, right? At a normal when we are losing a game, when we have a bad day, we tend to criticize, and then we go one-on-one that blame game. You couldn't do this. In Raiders, I've always seen players saying what I can do. So as an individual in Raiders, you always talk that what can you bring in, not asking someone else to do it. Like a very going to bat is not saying, oh, Taz, you should have done this today. Everybody gets their job done, and which is probably a very, very good kind of a atmosphere, you say, or the right kind of approach or attitude you should have. What do you reckon Raiders does to have that kind of a team environment where people are not pointing fingers at others, but looking into their own performance, trying to work on their own skills?
All right. Thanks, Tahsin. Wonderful question. First of all, thank you for the wonderful introduction of Raiders. I think we're very humbled the way you have introduced the team to the community. And coming back to your question, of course, Raiders is a team that's built of a culture, and it's hard to fit into that culture if you're not unique in a way. So therefore, you would see the bunch of boys that actually plays. It's not full of superstars, but somehow the boys kind of aligned and they kind of share the similar mindset, which is very important. And the mindset comes with backing each other up, holding yourself accountable first before blaming someone else. I think that's the key. So therefore, I think, and that culture kind of gets ingrained into all the newcomers at the very beginning stage, by the, I guess, the older crowd, older generation people saying that this is a team game. And so therefore there will be good players, there will be decent players, there will be average players, but then what makes Raiders special, it's the combination of the mix. I think that's the key, right? So you'll see there'll be teams full of superstars but crumbling at that key moment when it matters, because they just don't have that sync when it matters, which Raiders does. So I think it's important that Raiders understands, or the player understands, it's a team sport. At the end of the day, you know what you're capable of and you give your best and things will just align. If you don't, and if you have that mindset of blaming each other, you'll never be able to perform at that standard and you'll never be successful in competitions.
And you're putting the morale down for someone else, right? Someone already struggling to score runs or taking wickets. By blaming that person, you're not doing anything good. But there we go. I hope his name is not Jebu, the famous cat in Bangladesh. Us?
No, she's famous, but her name is Snowy.
Snowy, yeah.
People are asking for it, but yeah.
I've got two, by the way. I've got a Chico, a boy, and a Peppa, a girl. So two cats. Thanks to Raymond Bhai, he gifted those to me now since, and they've been with me now. I can't get rid of. But Raymond Bhai, absolutely right. Raymond Bhai, before I go to my next question, just wanted to confirm if Raiders had to pay a player to get any of the championship, or everyone plays for free in Raiders.
Everybody plays for free on Raiders. The best part about the Raiders was somehow we managed to bid for the Jamai of the Bangladeshi community. And the Jamai of the Bangladeshi community is Betty, not the Raja.
Oh,
so
very.
The Jamai was married to Bangladeshi, loved by everyone, but was not being able to play in our community. Was a shame, was a disgrace. So
we were missing out.
We were missing out. And the others were missing out too. So we managed to get the Jamai in our team. And since then, the Jamai is the heart of the team as well. Put on the throat.
I love that name, Raymond. I might be using the Jamai for the rest of this BCL. I think he is the Jamai. So Johan Jamai, I'll come to you. Welcome again, Jamai. Absolutely. But they tell very, like, the tagline, food on the throat, very aggressive, big boy, crashes everyone. But আমি একটু আগে বলতেছিলাম যে you need to meet very outside that field.
Off the field, yeah.
Off the field. But very coming to you, I've been watching you now playing this season, and you've been scoring quick runs at the top. Do you plan to open for Raiders in BCL? Is that the plan? And what do you believe? Can you hit those 6 sixes this time?
I'll leave it up to Captain Haas to answer that question, because at the end of the day, I bat where they put me. Simple as that. Like, if they need me opening, I'll go opening. If they need me second last, I'll go second last. Because at the end of the day, no one's bigger than the team. So I'll leave that up to Haas. But look, it would be nice. I think we've all got our roles and responsibilities in the team. Whether you're opening or you're batting 4 down or you're batting last, everyone knows what their roles and responsibilities are. So which makes my job a lot easier. Haas normally just says, go out there, score as many runs as you can in the first 5 overs, but wait for them, wait till you get your eye in, and once you've got your eye in, all you need is 10, 20 balls, and you can essentially take the game away from anyone. So that's what I like to do. And if it wasn't for Imzi, I wouldn't have started opening again. Imzi's like, Namal's not here, it's about time you stepped up, this and that. So hence that's why I started opening. So going back to your question, would I be able to hit 6 sixes? I don't know. I think there was one person who did last tournament, and he did it in style, to be honest. Like, he absolutely, I think it was 1 over 36 runs. He scored his 15, 9 or 10 deliveries. Was it Ash? What was his name? I think it was.
Is it we're not talking about the Sydney Fighters batsman, no?
No. Ashil Karim. He absolutely.
Asadul Karim?
I'm pretty sure Asad
5
hit
sixes by Zayed, not 6-5, but Zayed hit 5 in an over.
Wollongong.
Yeah, but I think one of the tournaments actually came.
I think it was. Didn't do it 6 sixes in the first over.
Yeah. So if anyone's putting a bet, I'll put it on him, Aggers, Labib. Like, they're all class players at the end of the day, and our very own Taz.
No, very. But I've been looking. Walshaw. We all say Walshaw Park is a big ground. You can't really hit sixes, but recently you whacked 100 of 30 odd balls or something in the BSL. So no ground is big for you, and BCL definitely. I am looking forward to it to see some fireworks.
BCL.
Hold on, BCL. He's got the record: 29 balls, 100, right?
29 balls. Yeah, not good enough though. 29. It's still that very standard. I think there should be a 20 ball 100 for sure.
I guess when you're on, right? And I think Huss at the start of the game said, guys, we're going for 300 today.
That's it.
He set the platform, and I think everything is.
And that was my first game as the Raiders captain as well. So yeah, that was a gift from vets to me.
But thanks, Betty. I'll come to the young boys, right? I don't know if you can call Huss young though. I think 5-6 years I'm seeing Huss playing with us, or more than that. But Huss, how does it feel? It's a big responsibility when you are captaining a team where the standard is not only high, their performance talks. They've got 16 cups, expectations very high. Managing people like Tanzil with a actual cricketing background, playing in Shire, playing for some big teams. There is Vedi, Imlak, Remon. These are senior players, right? You can't really sometimes feel uncomfortable maybe to tell them, hey, hang on, this is what the captain wants. So there might be a lot of pressure, but how are you taking this opportunity to manage this team?
Look, you think that it is, I'm always under pressure, but when you've got people like Ramsey, Imzi, Vets, Taz as well, at the forefront of the culture that we've talked about many times before. And you literally, there is an example that I would just give you now. You asked Vets whether he would like to open in BCL. And straight away he referred to, okay, I will just leave that to Huss, but I would like to open and keep doing that. So that's the mentality that throughout the team, every one of these guys have, like, starting from all the way Vets to like Shanak, for example. And that makes my job a lot easier as a captain. Like, everyone knows their roles and responsibilities for every game, not just every game, but for the whole tournament. And we don't normally have to like go to each person and give them their responsibilities, but it's just a team talk. And then those are the sort of cultures that built up from, for last 20 plus years. It does make my job a lot easier. So coming into the captaincy role, I was sort of nervous, but within the first couple of games, I saw how everything works. And it was, a lot easier. I know that a lot of people do give me credit for like unbeaten champion in BSL, but I think when you have a team like that and the culture around it, the job's not just managing the thing. You just need to make the right decisions at the right time, and then your players will do the job for you. So, but yeah, I'm really glad that I get to captain a great side. Yeah. And under the leadership of those 3 guys or 4 guys that I mentioned, yeah, they make my job a lot easier. Like a lot of conversation with vets, going to the games and trainings. But yeah.
Do we expect something like something new you're bringing in or adding to the team? Would we get to see anything different from what we see Raiders doing?
You will see Raiders being Raiders and trying to win, because this is one probably only comp that we haven't won. And this year we're playing to win it. Last year we fell short in the semi-finals, and our aim is to win it. And we will play our way. We're not going to change our ways to win it. We've just done it in BSL as well, and our aim is to win it this year. And but yeah, you will see more of what Raiders do in this comp.
Every time you don't win a tournament, it puts people worries more. I'm worried what Raiders gonna do this time. It has now taken them the 2nd year, and definitely I've put my money on. I've told Shahid Bhai already that I don't know about champion. It's on the day, but I can tell you Raiders playing the final. Just like BSL, very. If there was a betting going on, I would have bet everything I had in my savings. I told in the morning before the game started, in BSL, that they're gonna not only win it, they're going to win it in style. So yes, absolutely, Haas. There are no questions asked when Raiders in the field. You guys play to win, and we love it. As a viewer, I can say Raiders shouldn't change a bit in how they play. That's the playing style. Everybody cannot do the same. There are different ways, but it fits well for Raiders, and it works. It's not working for a year. It's working for 26 years. So well done. I'll come to you, Shanak, the youngest member. Not only by age, also I think by public demand. You have also decided that you've said everyone's old and you're the youngest one. I've seen you. You keep. You are the keeper, batsman of
correct.
Raiders, of course. Shanak, my question is: it's a very close net, right? It sometimes gets very hard to push yourself in, right, to get into that team culture and play. So I just wanted to know, as a new member, when you came in, what was the process? How were you welcomed in the team, and how you feel now? Do you really feel I'm a permanent part of this Raiders team? I have the same kind of aspirations and dreams, and being a vice captain, you're supporting Haas. How is it going? So we really want to know from you.
Look, when I started in Raiders, I was a bit scared. Obviously, this is a winning team. I didn't come from a team that was winning games almost left, right, and center. When I did come in, I had these guys who I think are the best people managers I've met ever. And this is like not a way in a technical sense, but just how they treat others when new people come in and how they support their youngins. Like now we have another couple, 2 youngins that are younger than me, Farhan and Faihan. They're much younger than me, and they just, like, Vedi takes care of them. Like Ramon gives them opportunities, like last year, to have a death over power play ball. Like these match experiences they put in, they give them the trust, and that builds up our confidence as well when going in. And now that's why, as a vice captain, I'll be probably looking out at the new players that are coming in, taking care of them, trying to do the same thing that Vedi did for me, that Imlak did for me, that Ramon did for me, Haas and Taz, of course, as well, the superstar. That's why I love the Raiders, because they really took care of the youngins. Yeah,
they are. I was saying people often, Imi, there's a question for you. It's a lot of praising has gone. We can put it to a side. Raiders, everybody says Raiders good, Raiders. But I want to come to the elephant
The
in the
abuse.
how do I say? Yeah, I'll be very. I can tell you very honestly that people probably don't have. It's not gutsy enough to come and say it in the face, but you do realize that you're not liked by many people in the community. They don't like you. Let Raiders. I've heard Raiders. No,
Why is that?
okay, that's what I'm saying. So they don't like Raiders. Why they then don't like Raiders? Or Raiders are very aggressive, or Raiders are abusive, or that. But I want to also for the community. I want you to tell us, right? We all make mistakes. So we're on a day we can do something which we will back down and say, hey, hands up. That was my mistake. I wanted to give you a simple example before I go to you. In the recent community cricket, Jamil was man-cat by a bowler, right? Now, I'm going to the incident. There was, of course, spirit of the cricket. It's not should have not been done and all that. My first reaction was, so being you Raiders, so that's what I'm saying from a viewer's perspective. I was, oh my God, that boy is done. They didn't, no one reacted. And I called Raymond straight away in the morning at that very moment. I said, Raymond bhai, oh my God, what's going to happen? And Raymond's reaction was, no, that's part of the game. Jamil should have been in the crease. He had that opportunity. He got it. He got him out. Right? So I feel like aggression is fine. You need to justify it. Of course, you don't want to do a wrongdoing, right? Just abusing someone randomly. But what I wanted you to answer is it a person? Is it that's your way of saying that we're gonna win it by abusing someone, by being aggressive and not play cricket? What would you say to the community for all these allegations that they make about Raiders?
Yeah, and look, and that's a great question, and I think people don't understand our perspective, how we grew up, especially coming. If you think about, I'll talk about myself now. There's a lot more diversity. Growing up in school, Vedi will talk to this. Vedi and I went to the same high school. When you played grade or whatever back then, it was very white culture, right? We're the only brown or black CUNTs that would call us, right? So you would hear names, sledges. So if you're just one of those people you would whinge, you would get even sledged more, right? So you have to toughen up. You have to grow a thick skin. And all we do, we bring that aggression and that toughness into community cricket. That's all it is, right? And those who have played great cricket, or yes, there's aggression. Of course, sometimes we can cross the line, and as I said, we'll put our hand up, and that happened. But that aggression, the type of the brand of cricket we play, that's how we grew up. And I'll speak for myself. If the aggression is not there, my performance is not there. If we're not being pushed, if the other team, and we enjoy the other team when they actually give us that pushback, right? We play to our best probably, and that's what happened that day, right? Vedi came out, got 100, and I'll say to Jimmy, and Jimmy knows this. He's been close to Mankin before, I think, and he's been warned a few times, so it was coming, right? I think it was more. I think he was more upset at how after the Mankin that person celebrated that wicket, right? So I think that's what he was more upset at, not the Mankin itself. It happens. And look, they took that opportunity. Jamil is a great batsman. If he gets set in, he scores big, just like Vedi. So it was a high intensity game. They wanted to win at any cost, so that's fine. And as you said, that's part of cricket. But yeah, for the community, that's the brand of play cricket, because that's how we grew up, right? And I'm sure Shanak and Haas, and Rams, Vedi, of course, all of you would see this coming. Playing cricket. Any of those grade, or you call Shires, whatever it is, it's tough. They will push even.
I do agree with what Imzi said. Like, we bring the aggression, but a lot of people, they take that in a negative way, and then they turn that into like abusive. But we're not. If you look at like the way we we sledge. Like, we sledge each other all the time. I think we sledge each other more than we sledge our opposition most of the time. So we bring the aggression, but it's not abusive. If you get to know us, you will know that, like, we don't mean half the stuff that we say.
I think you said it best, Tahsin. Like, when we play on the field, we're completely different people, right? And when we're off the field, we're the nicest people out. I think it all comes down to obviously winning, but cricket's a mental game more than anything, right? And if I'm chirping at you at the field and you're starting to chirp back at me, I know your wicket's coming, right? At the end of the day. So we, like Imzi says, yeah, we do give it to the batsman, but you have no idea how much we give it to each other.
Of course.
Absolutely no idea. So, yeah, it's a mental game at the end of the day.
And you tend to, I always think it's doing the right thing, right? What I was going to, that incident, a lot of other players or other teams could have reacted a different way. But the reaction that you guys gave was, it's okay. It's part of the game. It has happened, right? Didn't make a big out of it. Yeah, what was big was, as Has said, Veri's innings after that. So I was like, oh, he's killing it. But Raymond Bhai, are we expecting you this BCL, or are you taking some time off due to injuries?
Now I'm going to take some time off due to injuries. I'm waiting for my surgery on my left knee, torn my ACL. So I'm going to have the surgery and then get the recovery. You have to understand the age of 44, 45, recovery takes a bit longer. So I don't want to rush myself back. Raiders is in good hands. We got a good bunch of younger players. It's good to sit back sometimes and just watch the team flourish. And I'll be there to support the team mentally whenever I'm needed. But as Vedi has alluded, saying cricket, it is a mental sport. And also you have to understand the top 6 team, top 4 team, there's not much difference. That's where the mental strength comes into the play, right? So you have to really understand winning becomes a habit. And the reason how the habit gets transformed is because of that mental toughness. Yeah, because you get lots of the top 4 teams, you get lots of quality players, good bowlers, good batsmen, but then that mental strength comes into the play, right? So, yeah, to Hassan's point, sometimes the way we probably our aggression towards a team, they might get offended, they might take it to their heart, they might get all that sort of stuff. They think it's abusive behavior and all that sort of stuff. It's part of cricket. You have to learn how to play with it. What Imzi and Vedi and they were saying, growing up in Australia from a very younger age and playing in that community where they were the only one who would stand out among the team and who would always get picked on, that gives that mental toughness, right? So I think to any new teams or any new teams in the community, like when you're up there having a game and the team, doesn't matter if they won like 16 tournaments or 12 tournaments and giving it to you, your bat should do the talking. The way you bring out the mental toughness against that team will gain the respect from that team. I think that's very important for all the teams to understand.
Yeah, and I think I just want to mirror what Rem said, that respect. I think a team that comes out and let's say that pushes back against us, wow, and that's a memorable. I'll remember that person's name, right? Because they would earn our respect. And I think that's something, any upcoming team, any of the community team, and I think should see it. Even if you play any of the other community cricket, they're the very same. If you go to those, Pakistani tournaments, very tough. They will sledge you. They will be on your throat. Winter Cup, exactly, very tough. You talk about Real Cup, right? They will be on you, right? There will be no, they won't let you, catch you off your guard. So you have to be on the ball. So and you have to be mentally tough to earn that respect of the opponent. So very important.
It's easy to bring the aggression. Everybody can bring aggression. Everybody has those words that we can use to abuse someone. It's not easy to back it up with performance, right? I would have said Raiders only talks. It's not that, right? Their performance, they are maintaining this. On a lighter side, you need to invite people to your home ones very, those get-togethers, and they get to know what very is outside, because community cricket's very scared of you, mate. We Bangladeshis are all 5'10", and we're not that big, and then you come in like a tank comes in, not only batting, when you're fielding, you constantly walk on that pitch. It's not your bowling, it's not your fielding, but you'll see we are crossing the batsman, walking up and down the pitch, and so it's scary. But what's your preparation, very even now, because you got a family, so much a responsibility, but it's not easy to come and hit. Yes, we can talk about it, that you've hit 5 sixes, 7 sixes. Cricket is a game where it's just not like, you switch on, you come and bat. So what kind of a process do you go through personally, very, to still keeping it till now? I would say one of the biggest hitter in our community.
Thank you for those kind words. But for me, there's been a lot happening over this past year, and I think one key thing is family, right? We would be nowhere without family, and I'm very, fortunate with my wife and 2 gorgeous kids. But my family also extends to the Raiders. Like we meet up sometimes 3-4 times a week just to play tennis. The lads, like, they take care of me. They know what's happening in my life with everything that's going on, and they still give me a call and say, "Hey, Betty, let's go and have a hit." Right? For me, it's not even about cricket, believe it or not. It's just to see this bunch of guys every, 2 to 3 times a week. That makes me come out and have fun and enjoy with the lads. It's not even about on the day we win. It's actually going after for lunch together. And I think that's key for me. So I couldn't have got a better bunch of, guys to play with. As my son sneaks in when he should be in bed. After reading his book. But my preparation is, you have good leadership. You have, we don't have the best players. I don't think we do. But we do have we do have a team of players that work well together. And that what comes down to culture. So my preparation is lots of fluids the night before. Try to sleep as early as possible. Then get the call from Imlak as I'm driving down, or Hass is driving me down, and just enjoy the game at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And you should keep enjoying this game, Vedi, because we don't want to see you anywhere else but in the field. So,
my friend, I don't know how much longer I've got in me, so
we can go. No, there's a lot left, Vedi. Don't you worry. But coming to the younger boys, I have some questions to see how well do you know probably Raiders. Let's test it out. I'll go with Shaunak. Shaunak, can you tell me how many times Raiders have won the BD Gold Cup?
BD Gold Cup. I'm just gonna guess 12.
No, I'll give you another chance. One
Is it-
single digit.
Is it less? Okay, 8.
I will give it 8 because there are 2 BD Cups, of course, as we know, a T20 and then the BD Cup Gold Cup.
Right.
But yeah, it's a total of 8. Good one. Haas, I've got a question for you. Outside BD Cup and Shadhinota and BSL, Raiders have won 3 other cups. What are those?
I don't know. We played.
It's not BD Gold Cup. It's not Shadhinota. It's not BSL.
Yeah, Shanak, you go.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah,
I
go.
think Sydney Champions Trophy, SCT. 2 more others, right?
Yeah.
Outside BSL as well.
Yeah.
Is it just BSL, Shadhinota, and BD Cup outside of those 3?
Yeah, that's it. The SCT is correct. There is 2 other tournaments Raiders have won. Anyone in the if you want to comment, please, viewers, you can comment.
Yeah.
No? No?
I mean, I have no idea.
Just to give you a hint, one of those we were chasing 200
Ooh.
in the fight
And
against the
yeah,
Chiefs.
All Stars?
And Vedi played a crazy innings in that final.
All
as well.
Stars cricket.
All-Star
What-
Cricket.
Okay, that's
Right,
another one.
in 2019. And
Yeah,
the
that's-
last one I will give
When
it
you-
to is the
when you wear
Winter
your
Cup.
when you wear your warm clothes.
When you wear your one cups, 2 times Winter Cup winners. One time that was my first title ever in my life. I had the pleasure of playing for Raiders. Vedi, we were all there. And absolutely, I think it was against the South African boys.
Chiefs.
I
Yeah,
think
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Oh,
Yeah, they had Canterbury first grade players, South African boys, big boys. They ended up scoring 200.
190.
Yeah.
Adil, the two brothers, right?
Yeah, Adil Domingo and John Panay, a good friend of ours, like absolutely hammered us. He got 126 of 65 balls. It was absolutely crazy. And look, we managed to win that game, and I think Raymond hit the winning runs like usual.
oh, the MS Dhoni.
Ice in his veins.
The foundation was set by Vedi. Like, whoa, what an opening innings he did, because we needed that. We were chasing 191. But yeah, that was to be honest, that was a proud moment for the Bangladesh community cricket as well. Like, not before.
That was the
before
first
that,
time.
Nobody from the Bangladeshi community won that multicultural kind of tournament playing against like teams from different, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, South Africa, all that sort of background. So that's when we earned their respect in a great way.
Vedi, let me test your general knowledge.
Which is not very good.
Do you know who found Raiders? The founding members of Raiders?
I think it was Zico.
They don't play with you guys anymore. Yeah.
It was Zico.
One. There are 2 others.
Well, I'd like to say Imzi. No, it was Hassan and Rafi.
Of course, you saw it somewhere, 100%.
What do you mean?
Imzi was too busy being a gangster at that time. So
Yeah, look. Can I look? We take this cheating seriously here, Tahsin. What do you mean? And I don't understand. What do you mean, my friend?
You read it out of a message for sure, but now I'll give it to you. Are they Rafi? Is Rafi or Hassan or Zico? They're still in Sydney.
Yeah, Jico for sure. Hassan, you
I know
Hassan.
Hassan. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Hassan.
he's the keeper. So Hassan, yeah. Rafi, yeah, he's listening to Eastern Suburbs.
Imzi was kind of part of the gang as well, but can you see the black marks on his thing here, right here on his forehead, and the beard, the transformation? He would have been in Villawood or Silverwater if that transformation would have happened.
That's what the Bengali community thought. I was in jail.
Yeah,
for a bit.
that's it. I know that. I have seen a glimpse of that Imzi, right? The younger Imzi.
MashaAllah, what a transformation in a
most of all my friends, but yeah, it's amazing the fact we're still here, right? And Naimul, again, one of the old founding members. I played with Naimul. We played in another team as well together. Used to be called Eastside Gunners, and they were the rivals of back then of Randwick Raiders. There was rival boys from Randwick boys, and they were my mates. So we had our own team, and then that team dissolved, and then us boys joined Randwick Raiders.
My first community cricket is with that team. We used to play in Castle Hill back in the days.
That's right, Castle Hill. That's where the BD Cups used to happen back in those days. And me and Rems go way back. I think we played in 2005 or 2. Yeah,
like that time. Yeah.
Yeah, Rems used to live in Campsie. We won a BD Cup together, Rems, right? There was one BD Cup. Yep. So I see Nasabah commenting, and he unfortunately when Nasabah started playing, I wasn't there in the team, so I had the pleasure of meeting Nasabah much later. And we're close as of friends, a lot of family. Most of these boys are like my family. So
Nasabah is like a dinosaur. He's been here forever.
100%.
I know.
And Nasabah, I don't know if you heard the intro, but when Tahsin asked, who is the highest wicket taker for Raiders ever, back then there was no, the records weren't very. Yeah, it wasn't recorded. I said Nasser, right? 100%. Nasser would come in, bowl those overs. He would field and bat back then as well, but yeah, he would come and take those wickets.
And there was not many left arm. There were not many left arm bowlers
That's
at that time. I remember in the early 2000 and then 2010, 11, Nasa was the only one of the few with the left arm. It was very difficult. Assalamu alaikum, Noah. Welcome, the youngest Raiders, we should say. How are you? Always there. He supports Raiders. He's always there for finals and semifinals. And he
was running the drinks. He was running the drinks in the finals.
And he was sledging the opposition as well from outside.
That's naturally comes last.
But you know who Noah reminds me of? Like when Rahid, who is a member of Raiders now, like we saw Rahid when he was Noah's age. Yeah. Rahid would come with his dad, who was the organizer of the BD Cup back then. That little Rahid, that chubby kid, still chubby, but then he's a great cricketer now. Yeah, he joined Raiders. It's such an amazing thing to see. So yeah,
even Raymond Bhai, আমি বলতেছিলাম যে Raymond Bhai, how young was Kaurav and that group of Tash and all in the 2008 or 9 when we were playing? Remember how skinny it was? Kaurav, Tash, and there was another one. Saifi. I was talking. It was Saifi. I was talking to that then. I was saying, you know, they were very young when they first started. So.
You know what their team name was, right? KCP, Kharab Chele Production. That's what the team. That was their team name, and I think Hops was the one who recruited them. Yeah, they're a bunch of boys, you know, and their team was KCP, and yeah.
Uncle community hated them, so Kharab Chele Production.
I love the name.
And what a bunch of players they were, right? And they still are. Look at Cags.
And bunch of great lads. Like they're such good boys.
Look at Saifi. Like I was chatting to him about how they made it to the top 16 in another comp. Just so humble, great guys. You definitely go out and have a drink of water. or go out and have dinner with those lads. They're just amazing.
Absolutely, and what a performer! Saifi recently performed in one of the Bangladesh, and and always Saifi very welcoming. Kaurav, name them, anyone. So no, absolutely, Shanak. And Shanak, I've got another question before we go in because BCL would like to showcase. Do you know one of Raiders' bowler got a hat trick in a final? Can you name that bowler? One of the finals Raiders played. He got a
would this be recently?
No, I don't know when you're born. But
I would say Nasavai.
Correct. Perfect. Well done. In total, how many trophies has Raiders have won?
17.
17? Correct? 17?
Yes.
Yes, so 17. Should just last one from you, Has. Will this be the will it be the second cup this year? And will this be the BCL?
Yes, sir. We'll try. And
inshallah.
This will be Raiders' year to win BCL, inshallah.
You're confident? Beautiful.
Yep,
good luck. Raymond,
Shanak, what do you think?
Okay, I'll go to Shanak. Shanak, of course, Raiders will win it. That's the spirit. But who do you want to face in final?
I have no one in particular. I actually want to verse everyone. Obviously, we can't because of the groups, but I want to take on every team and say, doesn't matter which team. Just bring it on. Bring it on.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Raymond Bhai, is there any opportunity for players who wants to play, but you have to pay to get any players? Would Raiders ever do that?
No, we never did, and we will never do for any tournament. But coming back to a BCL competition, let me just say a couple of things about the BCL competition, because I think we don't speak enough of this guy who's behind the scene, who is the like constructor, the main person, which is Shahid Bhai. And to be honest, none of us knew him. And none of us played the couple of first editions of BCL, which gets played in Camden, like so out of the way from everyone. Most of the boys lives around like the more Bankstown and that sort of areas where we always played. And it's something that you, Tahsin, actually brought it to my light. That brother, there is this tournament called BCL, originated from tape tennis tournament, and then eventuated with Shahid Bhai's passion into make it such a great tournament. I was like, great. And then I kind of went and told the boys and made them play in Saints for the first year, and then next year
They were not confident. Being Raiders, they were like, okay, we're not going to step in. We'll get another team name and play. We'll suss it out, and then we will decide.
And then I think once the Raiders boys played, we spoke among ourselves. We spoke very highly about the tournament, the quality of the tournament, and how Shahid Bhai really runs this tournament. A lot of credit goes to him and his all the people that works behind the scene on the cameras, setting up the field, all the umpires, the ground, all the hard work that to be honest, I think every single team should say, thank them the way this run, and they kind of set the benchmark for a lot of other tournaments to be at this standard. So hence, of course, why Raiders is very hungry, because we respect this tournament. I think this is a quality tournament. We fell short last year, but of course, under Hass's leadership, with all the boys are really hungry to really get this in our cabinet.
You're going for it? So final, Raymond Bhai?
Inshallah. That's always, to be honest, they're quality teams. I'm sure everybody aims to be the champion. But to be honest, of course, good luck to everyone. We'll bring our best game. I'm sure the boys are going to bring their best game. And this is one trophy that's missing in the Raiders cabinet. And so we're going to come hard for it.
Absolutely. We will be looking forward to it. Imzi, final, of course, we're going to play final. We talk about distance, but if someone provides you with that kind of a quality of a tournament, ensuring everything is looked after, right? From scoring to umpiring to even water, how generous of that, right? Giving you that water, which should be, I always feel a water should be provided by every tournament. We've been playing in 40-degree recently, right? It's not easy, cricket. So when someone's providing you that kind of a service and giving you this kind of a platform, do you think distance matters?
Yeah, and and I think that's a good point. And I'll mimic what Rems and Vedi and the boys said about Shahid Bhai, right? When I think back on it, yes, the fees are probably 500-600 more than the other comps, but the service, as you said, we just rock up. The boundaries are marked, 2 umpires, live stream, food, drinks. It's just, at Shahid Bhai says, we're his guests. We rock up and we just play, right? So I think, the way he runs it, even the sponsorship he brings in, just the incentives there, right? Someone performs, this year I think he's got not even the man of the match, what's the other, I don't know, he's got something for players some impact player, whatever it is.
Yeah, hero of the week.
Unsung, hero of the week, unsung hero. So those little things, right? It just creates that excitement, right? So I think, distance, it doesn't matter. We're happy to come. Yeah, it's a 50-minute drive for me, but I'm happy to be there and come and play and see the boys. It's just the environment there. It's amazing, and I look forward to coming. Maybe not so much the night matches when it gets really cold, but besides that, I'm there. But it's just the way Shahid Bhai, Prashanto as well. He's there. I see him very early in the morning rocking up. He's probably the last person to leave the ground. And just the time and effort they put in. It just shows they care, right? And I hope it remains this way, not become commercialized to an extent. But well done to them.
And and I think good on Shahid Bhai. He does it with the head down, right? Not too much of self praising of how good his tournament is.
He's just very humble. He's he's the nicest guy on and off the field. I haven't seen organizers like that before. And there's a reason why everyone wants to play in his tournament, and that's why it's called the People's Tournament, as in the Players' Tournament. There's a reason for that, because it's all about the players.
Vedi, before I ask you the question, I think Shahid Bhai and BCL had a showcase of the Raiders jersey. If from the behind, if someone is there, if we can see that, beautiful. All right, look at that. Evil red eye. Why red? That's scary. I'm already scared.
And that's
It's just a
sorry,
color, Tahsin. Nothing to be scared of, my friend.
that's
And
right.
then foot on the throat. Like, who says that? Like, am I playing cricket or something else? Like, really? It can be something like, we love you. Peace or something like a sign.
I think this was foot on the throat was Imzi and Tahsin, you should remember as well as Roman. It was created back in I think 2014 when we were playing against the Chiefs. Yeah, and we had our backs to the walls. Everyone wrote us off and said we're not going to be chasing 200.
Yeah.
And that's when we came up with the foot on the throat. And
when you say it, I feel that pressure, that foot on the throat. You don't mean it. It's literally right. Now, what a beautiful jersey. Nice
and
one.
I just want to give credit to Haas as well.
Yeah.
He definitely improved it because Shahid gave the initial draft and we definitely made some modifications to it. So thank you, Haas. And there was also one question from Zubair. He asked, who's the custodian of the trophy cabinet? And that's a very good question. I just thought I'd share for all the viewers. We take turns. So I think everyone from the OGs have kept 17 trophies. Everyone's got one. I've got one. Betty's got one. Plus, I did see one in his house. I've got a few, I think. Rems, I'm pretty sure you've got one. Nasser has got one. Taz has one. Jimmy, I'm pretty sure has got one. So yeah, now
Imlak made sure he takes the biggest one though. He got the biggest.
Yes, I did. I think I've got the 25th edition one. But yeah, we do take turns. So I think it's coming to the younger generation now, their turn to take some of these to their trophy cabinet. But it's a great question. Thank you for asking.
No, but then, Raiders have the option because they have got 17 trophies, right? It's not like me. I only one in my life was a Shadinota Cups, that one. So I've taken it from them saying, hey, I need to keep it because we don't have the option of saying you take one. Raiders just a lucky and a successful bunch of people. They have 17 trophies lying in their garage and in room, and then they really show that off for Ramon every time. Every time I'm at Ramon's house, he will make sure it's like, hey, see,
that's it.
He's our champion. You're very close. Yeah, so he rubs it in. He makes sure on video, of course. But boys,
Tahsin, it's still not too late. Like you can still you're one of the Raiders. You've always been.
Been. Never, and it's never too late. And it's not that I always felt, and that's what I was telling to the community. Not only I think everybody, you guys have welcomed everyone to be a part of that success, right? That is the greatness of Raiders. I've said respectful, humble people that I've come across. I am a part of it, and I claim all 17. I would love to collect all 17 one day and take a picture. So absolutely. But to finish off, will Raiders get a new tagline after BCL this year?
Let's see how we go, because we've always had one motto, one team, one motto. Simple as that. And that's for the young and that's for the old. And I guess we'd like this to continue. But at the end of the day, it's up to everyone from the leadership here and Taz to discuss. But if there's one thing that we're going to be doing, lads, this is on the field, not off the field, on the field. We're going to be coming for you. Put on the throat.
For sure.
Absolutely. Shanak?
Yes, sorry. I'm doing this. Sorry.
He's coming up with his own tagline.
Thing. The Steve Smith thing. Don't worry.
Oh, Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Foot on the throat.
Okay.
Thank you, us. Yeah.
Absolutely. But thank you so much, boys. 1 hour, well spent time. Thank you again. We are looking forward to it. I think as part of BCL, Raiders deciding to play the second one, BCL 2026 only makes the tournament bigger. We would love to see some competitive cricket, fireworks, aggression, no aggression, someone's upset, someone's sad, or doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is winning. And I wish you guys all the best. Thank you, Imzi. Thank you, Veri. Thank you, Haas. Thank you, Raymond Bhai. And thank you, Shanak. See you all at the field.
See you, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you.
And just before we leave, we leave, Tahsin, from the Raiders, thank you for hosting this. And the biggest and biggest thank you for Shahid Bhaiya. He's been one of the most amazing human beings supporting this competition, and especially all the sponsors. We would not have our game with these amount of incentives without our sponsors. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, legends. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye.